right? So I feel like this is a definite time to reflect, to take this time now to really understand the situation that you guys are in. Now, I'm not saying that y'all don't understand it. Please don't be mad at me for saying that. But what I am saying here is that Judgment talks about, this is the last card next, the second to last card, besides the world, okay? Right next to the world. Okay, this talks about having that time to reflect and really look back. Really trying to, I guess, it's like when you look back at everything that you've been through, okay? You look back at everything that you've been through. Why would you want to turn back at this point, right? This is a call to judgment. This is a judgment call, pretty much, right? A call to action. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, and I feel like there is there's a bit of stress right now, right? There's like, you guys been through a lot. There's a lot of things that that you guys have kind of had to work through in the last year, okay, even 2 years, okay. And you're finally getting to a point where you're almost to the top. You're almost at the end of the road, and you're just not, you're at that breaking point where you're just kind of looking back, and you're seeing everything that you've been through, just before you cross that finish line. And I think that's pretty awesome and inspirational. But I feel like as well that it's causing a bit of stress, because at the same time you could be hit with the final test, because that's what Judgment is all about. The final test. Have you transformed to the person that you are, what will help you be the next, be the, the badass of the future, pretty much, or whatever your next beginning is going to be. Okay. And I feel like, because you got also the Wheel of Fortune underneath that as well. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like this is a second time around, big time, with that coming up. So this is the second time around where I think there is an underlying existential crisis. Like, there is a lot of, like I said, reflection and looking back. And it's a situation where it's coming up again to show you that you have been through something that's similar, and what will you do differently to be sure, to kind of aid you in the next phase beyond. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into this right here, because I already spent too much time on online energy. I'm sorry. Now, heart of your reading, you guys have the World. Okay. So I love this. This is really, really cool. Because this is telling you guys that you are at the process of being done with this whole cycle. Whatever you've been through, whatever's going on, it's very, very close to being over, right? It's trying to end, and it's trying to wrap up in the best way possible, giving you gifts. So, Jupiter is, is going to be going into Scorpio soon. And since Scorpio is in Libra, and Libra makes last minute decisions, as Witecki would say, okay? If you guys haven't watched Christopher Witecki, he does Namaste Today. He's really good. But, considering that right there, okay, because Libra does make last minute decisions, okay, there are going to be some last minute gifts, right? So this is talking about, completing itself, trying to complete itself in the right way possible. Y'all been through a lot of karmic issues and karmic crap this whole year, pretty much being through the ringer, or being put through the ringer, to say the least. And you guys are deserving of every gift that you guys are going to be given by the end of Jupiter being in Libra. So, but the thing here was crossing it is the Eight of Pentacles. So it appears to be like there seems to be a little bit more work that needs to be done. And I feel like it's a slow process as well. This change, just trying to, complete the cycle. It's happening regardless, okay? It's not gonna not happen. Considering that I just saw the Wheel of Fortune, it's happening, y'all, okay? This ending of a cycle, these gifts, it's happening. But I do feel like there is a little bit of tinkering here and there, a little bit of touching up and polishing of the skills to be done before that thing can really be like, okay, this is yours. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? So this cycle's ending, but there's a little bit of things that kind of need to be glossed over, which hence the underlying energy being judgment, there's a lot of reflection on things that really need to be, really glossed over and really made solid before this whole chapter can close out. Okay, in the past, y'all had the Fool. So this is a new beginning, right? You guys have started out fresh, wet behind the ears, really ready to take on the world with, follow your intuition, also, but also to have the clarity and the wits about yourself to be able to get through any kind of difficulties and situations that come your way, right? This is a new beginning in every sense, okay? Love, financial, creativity, passion-wise, there's just a lot of new beginnings here, even with new ideas and an openness to accepting new perspectives. Okay, so this is everything. So you guys really kind of started out with the world. Started out from the world, pretty much ready to take on everything. You guys could have really started fresh. Let me see. Let me get a clarifier for this Fool. I mean, it's pretty freaking clear, but I just want to know. Okay. So, the Knight of Swords. So, you guys, I feel like you guys were free of worry. You were free of doubt. You were clear of having to deal with some sort of stress or, lack of sleep, right? Yeah, you were in your power. Okay. The Queen of Swords is coming up for y'all. I feel like you guys had clarity in the wits about yourself, and it was one that relieved that sense of doubt. Maybe there was a bit of anxiety going into this new beginning, or there was a lot of sadness from the beginning of this journey. But you had yourself, you had your amazing capability to intellectually piece together situations and piece together different puzzles and the situations that's gone on in your life. I feel like that's what's carried you to your present, which is the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is that energy that people always say is, oh, it's super stubborn, oh, it's this and that. But this is really, really excellent, considering that after having the Fool and being a bit anxious, sad, and depressed in the past, and really trying to regain the clarity in your life, you're taking charge. You're taking a life by the bullhorns, okay? And you're like, look, ain't nobody gonna mess with my life the way that I don't like it, okay? It's my life. This how it's going to be, okay? And I think this is great. This is talking about you guys taking charge, I feel, okay? And I mean, I don't even need to clarify that, because that's just freaking amazing. You guys are taking control right now and really making things happen for you. That's why the Eight of Pentacles is going to be pretty smooth, right? A little touch up ain't nothing, because you guys have the Emperor on your side right now. And what's even better, right, with you taking control and you really guiding the car for, towards whatever you want to go. Your future is bright, y'all. You have the Chariot. So it's pretty much saying you have victory in your future, big time. And that victory is through your own efforts. Again, crossing the Eight of Pentacles, again, by work, contemplative work, right? Really refining your skills and really focusing on the tasks that you're doing in them now. And that the effort that you're putting in right now with the Emperor energy, you're all going to get all them good gifts. You're going to get all them good gifts. Them good gifts are going to be like, here, this is your Ferrari. You get a mansion. My goodness, new shoes. I don't know, but you guys deserve a hell of a lot of goodness right now. And I feel like this is reminding you of everything that you've been through. Really, taking for account the path that you've been on, the struggles, the hurt, the pain, the sadness, the clarity, the recognition of your power and your strength and the connection that you may have with someone else. I mean, whatever. All right. I mean, because I think some of y'all were because considering that, watching the whole year span here, I feel like a lot of you guys were possibly going through some deep karmic connections, right? Because a lot of you guys are just going through something really deep in regards to some sort of soulmate connection. Now, the reason why I was saying this is talking about reflection and looking back at the past is because the crowning energy is the Six of Cups. This is talking about looking back at the past, recognizing the successes, even the failures, because there's no such thing as failures. Okay? But it's recognizing the parts that really hurt us, right? The parts that really kind of make us go, oh, you know, the things that really kind of ground our bones, or pretty much. And I don't want to say that, but it's really tough times. Okay? Really tough times. Even those times, we could look back and say, yes, we did it. We triumphed. We are so tough and strong. And we are ready to take on anything that the world throws at us because we handled this shit. Okay? Now, I'm not an Aquarius. And I'm not trying to speak for y'all. Okay? But I want you to understand something. That you guys deserve all the gifts that you get. Okay? And I think that the only advice that was given for you guys right now is just pretty much to keep doing what you're doing. Remember the Fool for the information that, remember the Fool as the journey that you went through that gained you this information, that gained you this new abilities, this heightened sense of awareness, and that really hardcore go-getter attitude that you guys have right now. This path that you've been on for quite a while is closing, and the only thing that is really necessary for y'all to do is really just to reflect right now and to remember that you guys are worth the gifts that are given to y'all. That's pretty much all I see right here, okay? Now, your romance angels is codependency. So codependency is talking about addictions are affecting your love life. I think the only addiction that's affecting your love lives right now is your just ability to kind of push through, right? That is an addiction that can affect your love life in a really good way. I feel like there could be times where you might feel like it might be a little stubborn, right? You might feel like, not only is, the emperor a go-getter and he gets things done, but he has the potential to be rather stubborn, right? He doesn't really want to, he's his way or the highway. Not necessarily. I feel like there needs to be, or there should be, some sort of openness right now as well. This is go-getter season. Get what handle your business. But I feel like I don't think that, considering that your journey was a tough one that had sadness in it, but also, you've learned some things. The Queen of Swords is all about, she knows stuff. She's clear in her the way she communicates, and she's also really good at piecing things together. But I feel like in regards to, the codependency, this could be talking about, don't be so tight right now. You've been through a lot, but we're never going to ever stop learning. And that's one thing that you Aquarians are very good at, and already know of. You guys are really understanding that the world changes, everything shifts. And I feel like codependency is such an appropriate card. But this is here for a reason. Whatever attachments or addictions that you have, those are the things that are getting polished right now. Whatever stuff, little things need to have a little work done. Those are the things that need to be paid attention to. There's some stuff that you're still holding on to. There's some stuff that's like some ways of thinking that may not exactly be beneficial to you, or that really make you feel comfortable. But those things are one of those things there's like a little bit of work that needs to be done. Okay, just a little bit, because you guys are, like I said, you guys are getting close to the ending of the cycle, and whatever thoughts, whatever addictions, whatever attachments that you have to something, it's not so detrimental to kind of let go of. It may be big, but I think once you accept them and understand them better, it really won't be much of an issue. You still gotta get your gifts and stuff. Now, this is the reason why I say y'all gonna get some gifts. A message in a bottle is your Wisdom of the Oracle card. So this is talking about watching out for messages, getting and receiving the sign and signals of confirming your path, confirming your way of living, right? or your diligence, because the Emperor here being in your present, like I said, this is talking about diligence, is taking control of your life, okay, doing what you do and handling your business. But this is also saying, just be on the lookout for all the the blessings that hit your this hit your way, all the confirmations that come your way as well. Songs, logos that you may run into outside or something. So even like a trigger word or a number, whatever, anything that's significant to you, that it can be some way that that the universe, the source, God, or whoever you believe in is trying to communicate to you that you are doing exactly what you are meant to do, and you are heading in the right direction.